Namaste, sweet souls. Welcome to my channel. This is an energy update for February 3rd through the 9th. If I look like I've been put through the ringer today, coming to you real and raw. I just got back from massage therapy. That is the first recommendation for energy this week. When I meditated on what I wanted to share today, the word discernment came up. So great discernment within y'all. Discernment on where you're expressing your energy, what you're thinking about. Mercury is now in the pre-shadow phase of retrograde. I believe he goes retrograde around the 17th. I feel this is a whole new fresh energy though with Mercury. Mercury gets a bad rap with the whole retrograde and slowing down. I think it's a huge benefit for all of us right now. If you've been on the path, I believe this Mercury retrograde is going to actually, instead of revisiting, redoing, I feel like it's going to be more of a restart button for many of us with our thinking process, who we are now on the journey. Really just a reminder to any of you that have been on the path. Super important time, guys, to get that energy work done. The massage today was so magical, and I guess this would go hand in hand with the word that came through on my meditation to share is discernment on who you go to even for healing, because I found a young gal that's right in sync with her openness. A lot of the younger ones are in tune with their connections, and so there's so much more than just a massage therapist. They're a healer, right? And the power of two or more coming together, her and I just experienced some magical stuff. If you're new to my channel today, I'm Deanna with Divine Destiny. I'm an awakened empath, now stepped into my full power, my love space, encouraging others to be authentic, kind of holding each other's hands through these ascension processes that we are continually shaping through. So I really just want to highlight on a few things. Gonna make it brief because I am exhausted, literally. I released so much dense energy out of my vessel today. Emotions directly connected to that. We light workers, way showers, have been going through tremendous shifting and shaping. And so your self-care is super important. I do Reiki on myself. Of course, healing energy is what I feel that is. I have a great awareness and discernment within me to listen to my body. It had been calling to get a massage about a month ago. Wasn't able to make that happen till today. But I believe in divine timing and the importance of us with that self-care as we are continually. I feel this is different with going into the full moon in Leo on Sunday the 9th, because any of you that have been on your path doing your work, I feel like this is a restart. Old ways ain't working. And Mercury going into Pisces, leaving the sign of, I believe it was in Aquarius. Yes. Moved into Pisces as of today, which is not really its favorite place to be. However, I'm feeling, I just believe Mercury being my ruling sign of Virgo, the work that I've been doing, that this spiritual, emotional sign of Pisces, right? Going into a water sign, even though it's at its detriment there, it seems to be correlating well with my birth natal chart, with me, the process. So why I share that is because I energetically feel as above, so below. I feel the energy waves coming in from the solar rays that have been shifting and changing, and also changing Gaia, our Schumann resonance. And so that's what really initiated me to get on here and share about the energy updates, is because I felt it anyway, and there was always synchronicity of confirmation, of wow, you're in tune with this energetic as an energetic being. So let's go forward, since my Mercury has me a little chitty chatty today, but I feel wonderful. I feel exhausted from the release of the energy. So I highly recommend you use your discernment, go to a true healer. go to an herbalist, go to a massage therapist, go to a Reiki. I do Reiki on myself all the time. I have no certificates. I'm just very in tune with my energy, so you can do that. Keep increasing your self-care. Let me read in the book, back in the book. So thoughts and communications get more emotional this week because on Monday, February 3rd, which is today, Mercury leaves Aquarius and moves into Pisces for the next 2 months. Pisces can be a tough sell for Mercury because it's hard for the most logical of planets to lose its common sense in Pisces, ocean of emotion. The silver lining is that Pisces is a place where Mercury is gifted with great imagination and creativity. At its best, Mercury in Pisces inspires you to live your dreams. On the flip side, on the demise side of it, at its worst, if you are not in harmony, it can encourage you to be very convincing as a liar. Why? Mercury, communication, Pisces, dreamy, can be an imaginary. So if you're not in harmony, the 4 elements within you, this just shows with you where we are if we're in balance, which can become a wonderful way of connecting to the spiritual realms. I'm noticing it within me today, like huge. And my little massage therapist / energy healer could feel it as well. It brought us both to tears today. It was beautiful. For any of you that are new, my young son transitioned. He showed up there today in many different ways. So it was a profound way to, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you've been doing your work, you're going to start seeing things getting lighter and lighter. And we're going to have another little blast right around the full moon on Sunday, depending on where you're at. It's 2:33 a.m. for Eastern Standard Time. So some of y'all might be getting the full moon in Leo on the 8th, the day prior, Saturday. Either or. I noticed on the chart, Black Lilith and Chiron are going to be dancing around in the sky at the same time as that Leo sun. That's significant. That's Black Lilith going, anything else? Any traumas you holding? Chiron's like the wounded healer. Are you stepping forward now? So we're going to have these two dancing around together with the full moon. Leo is the heart, ruled by the sun. The sun in the tarot, new day dawning. You've been through the tower moments. Time to shine that light, right? Just a lot going on. But if you've been on the path, I feel this is we've been running, dealing, releasing, and it's a reset button of a new day dawning, like stepping into your power of this is who I am, this is my passion, right, Leo? This is my sacral and my solar plexus starting to come to life because I've been doing my work. We are so hugely supported right now, right? So retrogrades are going to start shifting, I feel, with Mercury for a lot of us that have been our path. Because guess what? I've never put my heels in the dirt on revisiting a wound or whatever that's came and rose within me. Don't look at it in a negative way. Look at it as a way of, peeling back the layers of the onion, so to speak, right? So I'm shitty chatty today, so let me get on with what I was sharing here. There's a lot to share. Venus makes an uncomfortable transfer on Friday, February 7th, when it passes into Aries, an aggressive sign in which the planet of love concentrates in its own instead of those of others. If you are someone who is a giver and need to be more of a taker, which I say give and receive is balance, Venus in Aries will be giving you lessons for the next 4 weeks. So if you're a very heart-centered person that you're giving, this would be a great time, like I got through with my channeled message of discernment, because as Venus goes through the masculine sign, the Mars sign, it could be some trigger points for some of you to look within yourself and go, look, have I been giving and not giving to myself? Am I surrounded with takers, 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 whether this be emotionally, physically, energetically, irrelevant, all connected? Bring this into your awareness as that transfer goes from, well, Venus dances through Aries. Venus and Aries will be giving you lessons for the next 4 weeks. The big bright Leo full moon early on Sunday, February 9th, is dramatically illuminating by the opposing Aquarian sun. So, right, sun is in Aquarius. The moon is going to be in Leo, fiery sign of Leo. Every full moon is the highest power point in the month because its fullness marks a time of completion in a lunar cycle. We're done with all this, and I think it's just crazy cool to look up and go, oh, Black Lilith and Chiron are going to be dancing around in the sky together going, any last things you need to get rid of? Because we're done with this. It's a completion cycle, right? And allowing that Leo, that fiery sun, new day dawn, come forth. I'm feeling super optimistic. That was another word that came through to me, guys. Do not bite into the dramas of the world. Keep yourself in a place of peace, whatever that is for you, so you can be optimistic to the bigger picture. Leo full moon is the best time this year to bring leadership issues, personal creative projects, or anything to do with children to a successful and positive conclusion. So let me read that again. This Leo full moon is the best time of the year to bring forth any leadership issues, personal creative projects, or anything with children to a successful position of conclusion. That's huge. Maybe this is helping yourself or others take a leadership role. Maybe this is you realizing a lot of the hierarchy keeps coming through to me too as well. You know, as we know, at the beginning of the year, Saturn, Pluto, exact conjunct in Capricorn, getting rid of all these old structures, but this is ongoing. That was just the exact point. So 220 being the 2020, Saturn, Pluto there, this is just a wrap to me. The completion to me, I just feel it. It's a lot of us coming to the realization of, I can't be just a giver all the time. I am worthy of receiving. I'm worthy of giving to myself. So that would go back into where the importance of going and getting some energy work done would be just that. It's self-care. So I think that's where we get the positive conclusion, is very feeling optimistic of the old ways ain't working. We're going forward. This is our new day dawning, and I believe Leo is going to help us. Leo full moon on Saturday, Sunday, depending on where you are on the globe, is just going to really spark a lot of the sacral and solar plexus chakras, just set people on fire with some creative passion going forward. So that's why I'm going to label this one, what came through to me? Oh, Forward February. That's what I'm going to name this, because this is for the energy update of the 3rd through the 9th. But on the 9th of that full moon, with Black Lilith and Chiron both dancing in the skies, they're going, okay, are we releasing the rest of these stories, these old ways that aren't working, and bringing forth our passions? Sacral chakra and solar plexus coming up huge for me. But I think it's sparking forth the creative force within a lot of us that have been on our path. So go you, keep going, and allow this Mercury, we're in the pre-shadow of it now. I believe Sunday or Monday, what was it? That was another interesting thing too. 2/2/2020 on Groundhog Day. Not going to get all those digits lined up again for something like 1,000 years that I read. That's pretty interesting as well. Not to mention we're in a 4-year, so we're in these structures. Dismantling maybe on the global scale, seeing that happen, but building a strong foundation going forward with the optimism of Leo in the heart space, right? I do believe Leo rules the heart. and it's also represented by the sun. So lots of really beautiful messages coming through. Keep yourself in check with that Mercury going into Pisces as of today. Don't allow yourself to drift too far out there, right? Don't exaggerate. Be open. I know it's working well with me, with my sun. My sun sign, Virgo, is ruled by Mercury, and kind of the two fish, right? The symbolism of Pisces, one fish swimming down, one fish swimming forward. Really feeling rooted in that. So lots of beautiful opportunities out there for people that have been on the path. And I'm going to draw some cards for this energy update. I may come back on and do another full moon. Leo full moon for the 9th. Just a short one for that too. Feeling like I need to pound some water. Anytime you go for energy work like that, which I highly recommend to many of you, drink a lot of lemon water. Get that moving through you, because our kidneys, everything flushes when you go for massages like that. Get it out of your body and be open to the healing that takes place doing that, going and getting some energy work done, because it is a huge release. Because I know my awareness has been listening to my body, but there's also significance in where there's two or more gathered doing the energy work she did today. It was super powerful. So first we're going to draw some from the Mystical Shaman Oracle to go along with this energy update. We got lots going on. Mercury moving into Pisces, which, you know, like, there's always pros and cons to any of it, but if you have all 4 elements balanced within you, it's always there, the bigger perspective, the esoterics, to support us on our journey. So Spirit, I am here, I'm open, and I am ready to receive any messages and guidance to inspire, encourage light workers on our journey for this energy update, February 3rd through the 9th. This is also the love month, guys. The Crow, number 13, and the Gatherer. Okay. 13 got us divine feminine number. The Crow is very intuitive, intelligent. This is bringing forth to me the awareness of Mercury going into Pisces as well. The Crow is often in the nature, if you're around them enough to know, one of them senses any kind of danger, it will speak out to others. So I think that is a beautiful, beautiful message. We also have the sun there behind that Crow, right? With it being 13, a feminine number, also kind of a message of listening to your intuition. I see in the blue there with, it looks like to me, Gaia, and then the blue swirl here. That is a very symbolic of the blue chakra, the throat chakra, speaking our truth. And like a crow does, if they sense any kind of threat or danger in nature, they really do speak out to others. Trusting that going forward more than ever is the unseen. So your intuition, and this would go hand in hand and as well with the channeled message that I receive is discernment. So great discernment of where you're putting yourself out there. Don't be vulnerable in a space where you don't feel that you can be vulnerable, but also don't close yourself off. Do your work, do your healthy boundaries, step into your power by speaking your truth through the throat chakra, directly connected to your heart. Allow that really to manifest within you. Start intentionally setting your passions to that. The work is not always easy, but it's so well worth it when you do, because then you have a new day dawning. So super beautiful. And the second message we received for February 3rd through the 9th, again, these are always timeless messages. Take what resonates with your heart and soul, leave the rest. Glad you're here with me. The Gatherer, card 17. 17 is, no, sorry, don't have my glasses on. Card 21, the Gatherer. This is harvesting. This is reaping the rewards of the work that you've done, right? This is symbolic of fall. And what do we do? And if we're in harmony with nature in the fall, we're harvesting all of the seeds and the fruits and the labors of our summer, right? Leo season, summer. Sun, when the sun is in the sky at its fullest during the summer season. So the gatherer, to me, going hand in hand with, sharing about Mercury, Black Lilith, Chiron, the full moon in Leo, Mercury going into the very spiritual sign of Pisces, allowing the work that you've done to manifest. It's time, that optimistic feeling with, the sun representing Leo, really a time of you reaping the rewards, gathering it up, guys. Super powerful, super beautiful. Intuition. We'll do one more from the Moonology Oracle. Trusting our intuition. What does the Luna deck have for us? The receptive. Trust your intuition. Time to start gathering the fruits of your labor. Not allowing any more of the out of balance of give, take, really harmonizing that. I think it's interesting that we have the feminine, Venus, love, traveling through Aries, very masculine, fiery. It's almost like a little here. How are we doing with that? Are we balanced in? That's cool. It's really cool. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. What is in Sagittarius? Darn, I didn't print my chart out. Always shooting higher, looking for the bigger perspective. That would be beautiful for you to get on your path. Keep trusting your intuition. Use that discernment with the channeled message to speak your truth from a heart-centered space, because we have new days dawning with that. Time to reap the rewards of all the fruits that the seeds and the work that you've done, and continue to rise above and look at the bigger picture. The esoterics for me are just where it's at, and this would go hand in hand with maybe some resets of people's thinking with Mercury going into Pisces, where it's actually at its detriment. But I feel in my heart of hearts, when it's imbalanced, I'm more harmonized looking at the bigger picture, because Pisces represented by the fish swimming up towards the heavens, the other one to the body. So maybe embodying that, gathering all of the things that you've allowed, that sacral chakra, solar plexus, passions to come to life. I'm going to tell you this on a personal level. I could not believe where she was massaging me today, exactly with the muscles along that area that helped me release, so that my passion, which is this channel, and many other things, coming into more and more fruition. Keep looking at the bigger picture. There are signs all around you. Rise above any of the things. Old stories, old patterns aren't working. That was something that came through to me that I randomly shared on my Facebook the other day. Attachments to people. I'm finding many people are finding finally that relations are just starting. If you've been on your work, there's no attachment to it. There's an unspoken love there, bigger than any of the attachment wounds that any of us have had. And when you drop them attachments, that's when the true heart and the true love, it's amazing. So I'm not the only one talking about that. There's a couple other people I've talked to that are feeling the same thing in their relations. If you need to get out of one because it's not healthy or you're not in resonance with them, move on. This is not the time to be settling. Don't settle for anything. Go with your passion. Allow your heart to lead you. Keep looking at the bigger picture. Trust your intuition. Use great discernment going forward. And I may come back on and do a specific energy update just for the full moon in Leo on Saturday. Namaste and blessings.